Any other questions? I'm having to get used to this mic. It's very loud.
And you said you have sufficient parking for...
We do. We have one garage space they can use, and then our driveway would probably hold 3 to 4 cars. We pulled all the way up to the garage doors. I mean, Eskridge, as you know, is the only park car on one side of the street, and unfortunately, it's not on my side, which I wish it was, but because we get a lot of game day parking on our street anyway. Baseball, football. Our neighborhood gets packed with cars during big events anyway.
Being that you're managing it remotely, how are you going to be enforcing your policies as far as like the no party policies go?
We've met our neighbors beside us across the street, so I would think Ms. Hellman would probably be able to help me, we also have our friends that would probably go by and check it and see. We've tried to meet the neighbor to the left, but they haven't answered the door the couple times we've been here to see them.
So I do know this particular neighborhood has a lot of short-term rental
Okay.
in it already, and there are quite a high percentage of rentals going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you happen to know if the homes around you that you're counting on are those owner-occupied homes or long-term rentals?
The people we've met across the street are permanent residents that live there. That's the only people we've really met on the street.
And they've agreed to...
I haven't asked them.
Oh, you haven't?
We haven't listed on Airbnb yet.
Okay.
We just applied for the application to hopefully get approved to be able to do that. So.
Okay. Yep. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. At this time, we would open the public hearing and ask if there's anyone else in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this item to please come forward. Seeing none, I would ask if there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition of this item to please come forward.
Hello again.
Hello.
I'm Emily Thaden. Address is 1023.
I'm not sure the mic's picking you up.
Hello.
There you go. There, it's really hot.
My name is Emily Thaden. Address is 1023 West Graham Avenue. I live in this neighborhood. I'm outside the magic 300 feet radius, but it is my neighborhood. And as you have pointed out, like, we were absolutely getting just torn apart with rentals. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I feel like I come here, I say the same stuff over and over, and they just keep falling. And just today I found another one on Airbnb that it's much closer to my house. I hadn't heard about it. I'm not sure they have a license. I'm waiting to hear back from the city about that. We're losing our neighborhood. And I know you guys, every time I've come to one of these, you reassure me that you guys are looking into this issue. We're looking into it, like, really going to look into it and have some kind of ruling. And like, when it's one by one and by one, they just keep falling. Now that I have like direct experience for months, living across the street from Airbnbs, they're all on my street. You guys get to hear the nice story, but then again, as the people who live there, we get to deal with what actually happens. And it's never the nice story. There's trash cans left out. There's just pickup trucks everywhere. I've been fascinated to find out that most of the Airbnb rentals, they go to construction people from out of town. So you hear all about it's just for game days and stuff, and it's not. I don't know what else to say, but I feel like I'm losing my neighborhood very quickly, and it's upsetting. But I will come to every one of these meetings. Yeah.
We appreciate your coming and speaking your mind. Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience this evening that would like to speak in opposition of this item? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and ask Don't know that there were any questions that were raised. I think just a statement made. So if the applicant feels any need to address, you have an opportunity to come back and address.
Does anybody have any further questions for me at all?
I don't see any. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So this time, I don't know, did I close the public hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So we would ask for staff to return and present alternatives, please.
All right. Your alternatives for this item for this evening are to either approve the application, defer for additional discussion, or deny the application.
Thank you, Diana. That's all right. Commissioners, any discussion or perhaps a motion? You may have to get close, and then it's going to be really loud.
Hey. No.
Oh, no.
I'll move
Check
to.
in. I was gonna say, check and see if your microphone green, the
Well,
green light is on.
Is it green?
No, it is green.
Okay.
I'll just be loud and say I move to approve the rental or the application. That's the word.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve. We shall now vote. Motion passes 3-1. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have meeting summaries for review and possible action. We have the regular meeting summary of December 5th. Commissioners, do we have a motion to approve as submitted?
I'll motion to approve as submitted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. We shall now vote.
Sorry, Chair, was that just the December 5th? or was
Yeah,
that-
just December 5th.
Great, thank you.
Motion passes unanimously. The next item is the regular meeting summary of January 9th. Do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
I move we approve the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. We shall now vote. Motion passes unanimously. The last meeting summary would be the one for February 6th. Do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
Motion to approve as submitted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. We shall now vote. Motion passes unanimously. The next item on the agenda is miscellaneous items from staff, planning commissioners, or the city attorney for discussion and possible action.
Where are we at with any update on short-term rentals?
There will be a meeting scheduled with City Council and Planning Commission that is in the works. A date has not been set, but that is being discussed. And once that's set, they'll inform me or Jacqueline, and we will let you all know.
What kind of meeting?
It'll be a work session regarding short-term rentals.
Thank you.
So I want to make a statement, and I should have probably thought about this before. I have been very disheartened to see how long this has taken to come to any kind of fruition that we could provide something for the citizens, to know some parameters to work within. I think it's been very difficult for, and I will only speak for myself, the other commissioners can speak for themselves.
I'll second that.
It's been very difficult to sit up here and know that there are things that we're not completely in favor of, but we don't have a mechanism to go against it other than the character of the neighborhood is deteriorating. And perhaps I should have spoken earlier, so I may be out of order when I say this, but the reason that I voted no earlier is because I feel like the character of this neighborhood has been and is changing because of the number of short-term rentals that are happening in it. That may not be true for every neighborhood in Stillwater. This one I feel is being particularly affected by its proximity to the university and the amenity that provides. And it's true. The story we heard tonight is one we've heard probably 24 times. And I think all of us understand someone who wants to come and make an investment in the community and they want to make it a better place and they want to be part of the community. I think those are the ones that we would love to support, but at the same time, there are other issues that don't seem to have a mechanism for us to affect. The only effect seems to be once there is a negative outcome in the neighborhood, as was mentioned tonight, then the neighbors have to make repeated complaints before anything can happen.
I will say that staff is generating reports, and we have a compiled list of every current active that we are aware of short-term rental that has a license, and we are cross-referencing that with the police department and code enforcement to compile this to see what complaints, if any, are being made and what is the complaint, what the investigation, if there was actual violation, and what was done if there was a violation. So that is already in the works, and that is what we are working on right now. But there is no date set, but I have been told there will be a joint meeting to review.
As a legal expert, if there were to be a policy change in this area, would existing approved applications or licenses be grandfathered in?
Correct.
Or would it be they would?
Yes.
But do they not have to currently reapply after a certain time period?
It's valid per year.
They'd be
If I
grandfathered
remember.
for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it would be grandfathered in until the use changes. So
Okay.
they're grandfathered in until they stop using it as a short-term rental, and they want to use it again, then they would fall under the new ordinance if there was a new ordinance.
Or if there was a
change in
complaint,
ownership.
or if there was a complaint that would cause the application to
Then
be.
there is a current process already in place for that now, and that may or may not be modified, but there already is a process for that now.
How would someone in the neighborhood know how to go through that process?
You can make a complaint to anybody at City Hall, City Clerk's office, Code Enforcement, Police Department, just as you would any violation of the law that you.
So in our day and age, when most people do their background work before they would call somebody, I know I do this a lot now. Instead of call somebody, I'll go online and look for resources online to see, is there a process, is something on here? Is that process available online? I mean, to say that
Like
there
to make
is
a
a,
complaint, like
that
a
there,
code enforcement
or
complaint?
that there is a way to make a complaint and call this number or fill out a form, either of those options available?
Regarding short-term rental.
Or
like a
short-term
direct-
rental complaint?
Jackie, can you answer that? I'm not sure what the website looks like.
No, we currently don't have it referencing for short-term rentals, but we do have on the PD's page about complaints, and it walks them through everything and what they can put in, and it goes straight to code enforcement to.
So would someone be able to see that they could make a complaint against a short-term rental on there? Is it listed out by name?
By name?
I don't
Like-
know. I think you have the option
So,
of putting
I
in
mean,
there.
if
because,
I wanted to make a complaint because my neighbor's not mowing the grass,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, does it say public nuisance? Is that kind of just a general term? I guess I don't know. I mean, if I were the layperson and I didn't know, how would I find that resource?
You can call City Hall
You can call and
or Police Department. Code
And I
Enforcement.
believe it's a text box, so you can put in information. And because the individual here has done that process.
Yeah,
quite a
she,
few.
well, she's had
Yep.
a lot of experience with
Yep,
this, and not
so-
everybody does.
And
Yep,
if you don't
she.
know and you call City Hall, they'll direct you to the right department or the city clerk, or you can email and that will be directed to the correct person. If you don't know who that correct person is, they will get it to the correct department.
All right, thank you. I'll step down off my soapbox now. Any other items from commissioners? All right, Chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. We shall now vote. Motion passes 4-0. We now stand adjourned.